I'm Lisa.
And I'm Rasheida.
We're the Bennetts, and we're back. So we came back this week. If you've been following us on Facebook, you know that Rashida's been decorating the house. See back there?
It's
See
not
it?
done. Not
See
done.
that nice little thing on the wall? She's been decorating the house. And when she was in her decorating spirit of things, she ran out of some of the, what do you call them?
They're called command hooks. Hold on.
Supplies.
Could you please hand me that as our display?
She only has that because I finally got it right. So anyway, the point of this whole thing is she didn't have enough things to finish decorating with, so she asked me to get some for her. And if you, like I said, if you've been following us on Facebook, you know when I went to the center or to the store to get them, and there was a gazillion different types. I didn't know which one she wanted, so I ended up buying a bunch of the wrong stuff and not even having the name of the product correctly. And then which resulted in me having to go back anyway. But when I went back the second time, she gave me an example. And so even though I still called it by the wrong name, because I actually had a physical example in my hand, I got something pretty close to right. I got the right thing. But this was really about the communication. And it's funny because she went on and said that when she was right, she didn't even tell me to get command strips. She told me to get command hooks. So that just goes to show, I wasn't really listening. And a lot of times we do that in our relationship. Our partner's asking us for something, and we're not really listening, paying attention to the details and the things that are important to them. And in our case, it was just some command strips, but those kind of things lead to more serious issues when you're not listening to each other's needs as we're trying to articulate them. So,
So what I'm going to add to that is this. I've taken away from this process. Communication is key, even in something as simple as the command hooks. But I did realize, even just we playing around, ha ha ha. But if this was a serious subject, that could have caused a lot of damage or chaos and craziness in which you do not want or need. So I think the key thing is when we do talk to each other, we try our best to. I said I needed command hooks. You're not realizing that command is the brand, and they're actually little tiny hooks, and there is a large, huge, as you can see on her display, there was a whole lot. So I apologize. I did not give you enough details and an example the very first time I asked you to go. So let me publicly apologize to you for not communicating to you all of the details you needed to be successful in getting what I needed.
well, let me apologize as well, because obviously I wasn't listening. She said hooks to begin with, and all I heard was command. And for whatever reason, I made up in my mind with strips. And so again, she's right. Those small little nuances cause big flare-ups in relationships. And thank God this is not something. And we've been together long enough to know that it is not that serious, but it can be.
Yes, it can.
And you have to have some humor with it, and you have to have some appreciation for the fact that and this is a kind of a pat on my own back, and that's not the intent here, but to understand that, and she addressed it a little bit in her video, the fact that she didn't actually send me to get them. I was going out and then remembered that she did need them. And so paying attention and understanding what your partner needs, even though they don't always intentionally articulate it, if you're paying attention and listening, you'll catch up on some cues. And sometimes if I had just gotten the right things that night, could have made all the difference in the world for her day, or helping her achieve what she had been trying to achieve when she got stopped. So all we're saying is pay attention, take cues, make it all fun. Don't get too serious.
Please.
The bottom line is, if you want to be together, don't blow up your relationship over command hooks.
So
Or, look, I said it right. I said it right. Don't blow up your relationship over stuff like this. It's not that serious. The fact of the matter is that I not only love her, but I like her. And so having even these slip ups, she's kind of cute. These little slip ups just help us get better. And believe it or not, we do, even after little things like this, we talk about how I could have done it better, or how she could have said it better or
Absolutely.
what have you.
Because there were a couple of times, even when we went back and before we started taping this, we went back and looked at all of the videos we posted individually. And I did realize I did a lot of yelling in my video. I don't know if it was
She doesn't really yell, but
I don't know if it was because of the cocktail that I was
yes, darling.
on. But I would like to publicly apologize to
Oh
you
my
again.
gosh. Just kiss me for God's sake. I
apologize.
accepted you.
Oh my gosh. Nope.
Anyhow.
I'm sorry.
I ain't worried about that. Don't blow up your relationship over stuff like that. So the bottom line is though, be patient, be attentive,
Absolutely.
be supportive. She's trying to do something, try to help. Those things go a long way, and
Yes, they
it's the small things that go a long way in helping keeping the relationship rich and fruitful and moving forward.
Absolutely.
That's it on probably at least this week's episode. I'm going to call this the Great Command Hook Caper. We had 4 installments of this thing. It's hilarious that something like this so small can be such a big thing, but it really can be. And we have more topics to come. So unless you got something else to add to this one.
Actually, no, I think we've wrapped it all up.
All right. So stay with us. Make sure you subscribe and follow us. So subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're launching our LinkedIn page. But, tell people about us because we are trying our best to answer some questions. This was just something that happened, and so we felt like it was important to post because it's part of the day-to-day of maintaining relationships. But we do have some really other topics that we're going to get back to you on because we're starting to get them in. So please send in the topics. Go to the website and submit your topics. If you want to come on with us, that would be great too because we can banter about what's happening in our community.
Absolutely.
It's great. Go to our blog and catch up on some of the stuff we posted about Billy D. Williams and his being fluid, as well as Dwayne Wade. And let me just say,
Gab Union.
Let me just say, they are doing what parents should do.
Absolutely.
You stand in for your children. It doesn't matter. The Father, Jesus Christ, is not like the crap we do every day, but he does not forsake us nor leave us. And you don't ever ask for a refund on your children. My kids get on my nerves and I get on theirs, and we don't like things that our children do. We don't like things that our parents did, and it's generational. We're people. But you don't sell your kids out for somebody else. So I applaud Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. You hang in there with your kids, and you support Zion, whether Zion wants to be referred to as him, her. That's Zion's journey. Let Zion figure that out. And your job as a parent is just to be custodial. So I'm going to get off my soapbox because I can be really difficult on that topic. I love my kids, so don't come for them.
Don't come for us about them babies.
So anyway, we're going to sign off on this episode of the Great Command Hooks, and we'll be back to talk about some other stuff. Love you and peace and hair grease.